From the moment you were born, you were placed into one of two categories, male or female. And from that point on, significant parts of your life were decided for you. A boy, your room was probably blue. A girl, your room was probably pink. A boy, you were probably given monsters, trucks, and slime to play with. A girl, you were probably given Barbies, dresses, and makeup kits to play with. Why are things this way? Because we are a society obsessed with the binary. The binary assumes we live in one of two worlds. The binary assumes we have two choices, two options, humankind at its most basic. We live in an age where we can communicate more than ever before. Technology allows us to cross borders and share our every thought with the world in an instant. But even that is dictated by the binary. Every selfie, every cat gif, every tweet about buying JB a beer after the event, all dictated by zeros and ones. We are nothing but mere zeros and ones. The binary strips us of diversity. It strips us of choice. It strips us of the opportunity to be our unique selves, of diversity. It pervades every aspect of our lives. You come from a rich family or a poor family. You're conservative or progressive. You're smart or you're dumb. You're thin or you're fat. You're an extrovert or an introvert. You're good or evil, a success or a failure. You're a Collingwood fan or someone with taste in football teams. We judge those who don't pick a side, and we're forced into these choices every day. Our education system teaches us that we are either right or wrong, but rarely does it dare to venture into the middle ground. How many times in your life have you been judged for sitting on the fence, for considering the grey areas of life, for not knowing what to think? How often do you turn on the television and hear a guest admit that they just don't know the answers? How often do you hear a politician admit that an issue is fraught with complexity and that there is no simple answer? Almost never. In fact, we expect politicians to come to a position within a moment's notice. We expect talking heads on the television to argue with the opponent. We expect there to be two sides to every story when there are tens, hundreds, thousands of perspectives crying to be heard. Like a football match, we want our team to win. We want to be on the winning side in everything in life. But life is not a football match. My dream is for us to break free of the binary, for us to be whole people, for us to be proud of how complicated and diverse we are. The binary is lazy. The binary protects privilege. The binary denies us diversity. The binary is damaging. You only need to look at the mental health of young people in our community to see the impacts of the binary. How many young people do we lose to depression and suicide because they don't fit into our two little neat boxes, our notions of right and wrong? Something has to change. So how do we break free? How do we break free of the binary? We have to challenge ourselves. We have to challenge each other. We have to challenge the culture and the structures that allow us to categorise each other in such cold, callous, and damaging ways. One way we can start is by challenging that gender binary. When our major political leaders stand up and compete about who is man enough to run our country, we have a major problem. When we won't let loving people express their love and marry each other because it falls outside of the gender binary, we have a major problem. When a girl can't play with monster trucks and dinosaurs in the schoolyard because they're not girl toys, we have a major problem. Don't stand for it. Don't stand for it any longer. We can challenge binary politics. We can demand better representation in the power structures that run our society. We can challenge the simple ideas of left and right, conservative and progressive. We can put our hands up and our unique perspectives to offer and demand to be heard. Let's demand that the diversity of our society is represented. We can challenge the binary view of life we receive from our media. We can demand that the media share stories outside of the binary. And if they won't, we can tell those stories ourselves. We can share the stories of those we aren't hearing from. We can use those digital tools, which are powered by the binary, to show that we're more than that. We have more power and access than ever before to share those stories. It's no longer a privilege, it's a responsibility. Most importantly, let's demand better from ourselves. Let's allow ourselves to be whole, complicated, and diverse people. Let's not accept that we have to fit into neat little boxes. Let's free ourselves. I dream of a community and of people who can break free of the binary. Thank you.